Black 25. Green, triple T.
They've got Mike T on here. Got Mike T. They're running it.
On third down, Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the ball moves from 138 to the other as they come up on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Evans has it left side. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Over there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. Trying to find some space to operate, and now they'll have it. A gain of 12, a big first down to get away from the end zone. And now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. William Golston just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Dobbs. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Dobbs. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Only one way to describe Ronald Jones' rookie season with Tampa Bay, and that's disappointing. Drafted to be their lead runner, just 23 carries on a team that ranked 29th in the NFL in rushing.
25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and he will score. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A first throw now for the backup Roethlisberger. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
On 2nd down, it's Snell. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Trying to run for it with Snell. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
Needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought. at the 23-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Ryan Shazier coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Taken in at the 22. .154 left on the clock here in quarter number 2. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Dancing to his left, and he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. And the Steelers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Tighten up, whirl!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. Yeah, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him?
And he'll go down, brought down at the 20-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. a little 360. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 20. Two-yard line.
Here we go. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check three, check three. Alert flag,
50.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They've got his man complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Buying time to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
45.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory.
Here we go. 8 read.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Hey, Haywood. Now.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he floated one out there incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the shit. Watch the shit. Hey, watch the shit.
To throw, Winston. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
At the 38-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run.
Squeeze.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll roll him out right. That is incomplete. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Ready. Back to the back behind.
54. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
And Brandon, every running back wants to use their speed in order to get out in front of things. Sometimes you just have to be patient, let blocks develop. On that play, that didn't happen.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54.
2nd down, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A gain there of 21 yards.
When Mike Evans sees man coverage, I don't think he's the only guy who gets excited. I'll guarantee the guy throwing the ball does, because guess what? He's got a lot of options about where to place it because of Mike Evans' size and frame.
2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A 2-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Running to start the drive is Samuels. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Here I come. Check 31. Check 31.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
From the 44, Roethlisberger. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up back here to the 43-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. And that'll do it for the end of the 3rd quarter. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. Give him 18 on the play. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Evans.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper.
You got to get that. Tens the mic. Tens the mic.
On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. And Gay knocks this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That one goes for 30 yards. And at this stage, down in the 2nd half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 22.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely difficult. I've got to give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Jameis to throw it. Forced out to his left. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Check three, check three, check three. Come on, Sunday. Check three.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, Winston. And that is incomplete. Defensively, mission accomplished. And now with under 3 to go, they may be the last team holding the football.
They may very well be the last team holding the football, unless, of course, you're facing a group that is really aggressive offensively and may want to take a gamble. But theoretically, you've done your job now. You should get the ball back on a punt, but I'd be alert for a fake.
A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over.
180. 45. All right, T, let's go. All right, T.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And now off to the races, down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. James Conner, 45 yards. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Winston. Throw left side complete. It's Evans. The 20. 10. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Mike Evans, 78 yards. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle made there by Dayon Buchanan.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
Hey, you don't want to see me. 22, 44. Check 45, come on. Go. Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Going deep for Moncrief. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Roethlisberger to throw. And that will be incomplete. Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ready? Blue wave.
Hey, come on, now. Come on, now. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
Hey, stop.
Like 10. Oh,
On the ground, it's Barber to start the drive. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Winston to throw. He'll have a first down and more past the 20. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down. Winston. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. But it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Check 48's the mark. Check 48's the mark. Check back. Easy. Check. Let's go.
Now Winston. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, and now it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
5 on the 50.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And no, it's incomplete. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A huge play there in overtime. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Toss play, Connor. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
Block 80!
Check 45 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Go, go.
Oh, design run for their wideout. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Probably thinking they got to be careful not to force anything here in overtime. This is 3rd and a mile right now.
Jack 16.
45, 45. Mike, 45.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down. Boswell's kick is good. And that will break our tie and give them a 3-point lead. They're able to put 3 on the board here on the opening drive of OT, and now up to their defense to try and see if they can hold this one.
I like how you framed it up because obviously this game is not over, right? They go down and kick a field goal, then we head to sudden death. But if the defense can hold, take the ball away, turn it over on downs, this game's over.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 22.
10, Mike 10. He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Out, out. Easy.
Here's a give to Jones running left. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Just like that. Just like that.
Follow. Easy.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
What can Winston do in the OT now? Oh, it's intercepted. That'll seal it. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get in overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.